All right, we should be live now. For some reason that it's taking longer than normal. All right, I just want to go straight into the chart. I want to get our opening range gap here. Okay, let's go to ETH. All right, about to open up here. We have some relative equal highs here. We have a buy side liquidity pool here, a buy side liquidity pool here. Then we have some relative equal lows here, and then we have relative equal lows here, smooth edge. We are opening up in a premium open range gap. Actually, oh wait, that's right here. This will be around 75 handles, so we definitely want to look for open range constant encroachment. That'll be the initial draw. As of right now. All right, we do have this 15-minute fair value gap right here. Noting that. I wouldn't mind us coming up like we are now, taking this high here. Where's the smooth edge? We've already taken sell side liquidity, and then we've taken buy side liquidity. So in my opinion, there's not like a clear draw on liquidity on the board. So therefore, I'm not really interested in kind of taking anything. We have all these fair value gaps that I marked out, which will be important. Notice how we took this low. Now we're trading back up into these relative equal highs. We also have this inefficiency right here. This is all balanced here. So if we really want to gain speed, we'll trade above here. But this kind of little minor buy side liquidity pool is going to be important here. Do we rate it and then trade back lower? Or are we trading through this with displacement? We already had this displacement candle here at 9:30. So let's see if we continue within that or trade lower. We're already kind of respecting that 15-minute fair value gap. I'm going to mark out this. This is the highest. If we're bearish here, this is the, we shouldn't trade outside this inversion fair value gap. That's the last line of defense for me. Okay. So we're at this buy side liquidity pool. This is important here in that 15-minute inversion fair value gap. So we should really reject this if we're bearish. Alright, notice how we're kind of trading above that now. I just want to study this. I don't really want to trade this. I don't think there's any reason for me to be in this. But it looks like we do want to trade to this high. ES failed to make that lower low. ES though, this looks like a nice strong liquidity though. I do like this. You have a discount buy side imbalance with equal lows. You have a regular trading hours gap higher. We still have this buy side liquidity that's left on electronic trading hours or regular trading hours. So that could be a catalyst to come up, take that, to then trade back lower. And Q's above that previous day opening range buy side. I'll delete some of this real quick. So we just took buy side, and now we still have this opening range gap. I'm gonna remove this 15-minute opening range, 15-minute fair value gaps. Yo, what's good? What's good, Killer Cam? Alright, now let's see if we trade up into here. We now have first presented fair value gap. Nice. I don't know if I messed with the border. Whoa. We have our weekly sell side imbalance here. I do want to really pay attention to this SIBI here. This is all balanced in the lower portion of that weekly SIBI. So it really looks like we do want to trade into this maybe this week. It's been a very bullish week. Kind of want to refine that on the 1 hour. Want to get your 1 hour inefficiency. So let's extend this. Let's extend this. There you have your relative equal highs and then that sell side imbalance. We're kind of just trading up into that first SIBI. The straight buy program here. Do you want to notice how we used our first presented London fair value gap? From 2, starting at 2. There's no fair value gap until we get to here, and I'm using just both of these. This is the weekly sell side imbalance, so we trade into, accumulate around that. Look at the bodies respecting that. Displacement back lower. First presented London fair value gap here. Using this fair value gap down into our opening range gap settlement price, all the way up into here, daily SIBI. Back down, up into this sell side imbalance. Creating a little buy side liquidity pool right there. Trading back lower into our opening range gap low. Trading up higher. Leaving these. And then this is a displacement. Ooh. Oh. Notice how it uses constant encroachment of this larger fair value gap. Getting that there. First presented PM session fair value gap. Trading up into buy side. Let's see if we want to trade back down into this first presented fair value gap. After taking buy side. Let's look at ES. ES still hasn't taken this. ES still has those equal highs. Then also this first presentation. This fair value gap's gonna tell us if we want to go lower or higher. Kind of touching that premium end of it. Let's see if it's a catalyst to trade down into first presented fair value gap. We also have a 930 fair value gap today. Notice that. This is the draw on liquidity for me right now. I want to see us trade back up into that regular trading hours gap. Okay, NQ and first presented fair value gap. Are you also watching ES? Yes. It's actually not on my screen right now, but I kind of do pan back and forth. You gotta allow ES to trade it back up into its first presented fair value gap here. I wish ES hit its first presented fair value gap there. I'm just gonna rush the stop because ES could still trade up back up into this. And this could be respected. But we should stay heavy if we want here. So that's why I'm aggressive with the stop. Okay, a new 1 minute candle is about to open up here. I just want to see it stay heavy. I don't really want to see us trade back up into first presented for buy gap. That's nice. Minor sell side right there. That could be some sort of partial. Gonna put my TP a little bit lower since it teased that. It came down, teases this, acts like this is gonna be support. Now I just want like a little bit more juice on that trade. Just a little low this fair value gap. There we go. The entry could have been at this inversion fair value gap. Notice how we created it, used it here as premium, traded below it, just using first presented fair value gap, trade back up into it, and now we get this displacement here. Now let's see if we want our smooth edge. We marked out. Just nice heavy price action there. ES wasn't even able to trade up into its first presented fair value gap. It was using this 15-second inversion that we marked out. Now we're just heavy. Trade into our buy side imbalance. Now let's see if we want sell side liquidity. That's your pre-market sell side liquidity as well. Let's see if we want to fill up the opening range gap here. London low right here, and then London high. Notice how we're within the opening range gap here. And we're hitting that first into London for value gap. So I want to see if we want to get some displacement here. Possibly into London low. That's also a constant encroachment of the daily SIBI. ICT in his most recent lecture was talking about this as the draw on liquidity, which I also do like that. Tuesday's first presented for value gap hardly got delivered. But before that, I would look for this sell side liquidity and this fair value gap, and then this daily SIBI low. So let's see if we want to get to daily SIBI low. But I'm not expecting too much today, just because let's pull up economic calendar. That's why I kind of just have short-term targets. We don't have any news today, and then tomorrow we have PPI and Fed Chair Powell speaks. So this kind of could be, we leave sell side liquidity today, but who knows? Let's see what we get. We are already getting kind of just some nice little price action here. My executions. I missed some of your stream, been busy. No worries, bro. You can always rewatch it if you really want to. Is gold gonna crash? Dude, I have no clue. Quite frankly, I don't really care. I doubt it. Gold's been in the world's longest buy program. Dang, ICT is actually crazy. Bro said it's gonna hit 3,500. Hits it at the tip. Wait, is that the high? Yeah, that's actually crazy. You have some nice relative lows here, but I don't care to really chart up gold. I only care about NQ, NES, NYM. Look at this random fair value gap. Also that 930 fair value gap. Now it looks like we want to stay heavy to London low. Let's study that. Notice here, if we have the 5-second chart up, or just the 5-second or 15-second, you can really see these relative equal lows that we leave. Trade up higher into a premium array, break down, sell side imbalance, trade it back down into these equal lows. I don't really care to even take a trade at all for the rest of the day. Get in, got my piece, now we're out. On gold. Yeah, possibly. We're in this daily buy side imbalance, so I'd want to see that come up here. But I do like this high. I do like how you have this wick high here, and you come back into it. Rejection block here, using that, and then you kind of have these relative equal lows here with an inefficiency, but I don't really ever look at gold. Okay, we trade into the civvy right here. I'm curious to see if we're going to consolidate here or if we really want to trade lower. I have very low expectations for the rest of today just because it's a day before Powell speaking. No ES though. ES has still left these relative equal highs here. ES did come up and take this though. Barely though. So I still do like buy side liquidity, but it's just not the right time to trade it. We're in a clear sell program. So I'll expect these lows, and then we have this inefficiency here. And then you have this wick. Those are all discount draws for ES. Also note this fair value gap here. That was a displacement fair value gap that we want to extend. And then look at first presented fair value gap of the week, using that. Yeah, I don't really love this. I want to see this break down here soon. Stay below this inefficiency, and we're still bearish. Notice how we took those equal lows? That's just a quick scalp. Give this to the 5-second. You have relative equal lows. Trade up higher. First presented PM session fair value gap. Using open range gap high here. Use that into these relative equal lows. How many? 36 handles. Beautiful. Are you gonna go live every day at New York session? I should start doing that, at least for an hour. I really should. Sometimes I'm just inconsistent. I need to get back on it though. That would be cool to grow our community a little bit, but I don't care. I don't care to have a big community. I'm only here just to study, bro. That's all I'm here for. Just record my own chart, study, get out. I don't care about really anything. It is nice to have chat interactions, but like I don't care to be like a mentor or anything like that, because bro, like I definitely ain't a mentor. 10 a.m. to London lows? What do you mean? 10 a.m. trade to London lows. I honestly, personally, I have very low expectations. I don't like this. I don't like us taking this low, coming back up in this range. This to me means that we're just distorting time and not doing anything. So if I'm engaging, I'm looking for at least 1050 macro. Those are just rules that I have. Because there's been far too many times I've seen this kind of consolidation, I've ignored it, and then said, oh, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to long this, or I'm going to go in here, oh, we're in a 5-minute civvy. Like, oh, we have this 5-minute sell side imbalance, we could use that to trade lower. I'm just going to wait for 1050 macro here, personally, just based off of what I've seen. This is really one of my favorite signatures in price, is discount accumulation. When we consolidate in a discount, especially below an old low, we start consolidating, that means we're trading up higher. Now we've hit buy side. Notice how we hit buy side here. That also is a 5-minute fair value gap here, so be aware of that. Like, let's just take a second though and just look at this 15-minute wick. I don't like that. You have a wick on both sides of the range. Yeah, it's just not high probability. Don't want to juice the lemon, you know. And sell side's kind of already been taken here. We do have London low here, and we still have opening range gap low we could trade into. And that first presented Asia fair value gap. So let's just watch this. And let's see what happens. I kind of want to change this first presented fair value gap just to here. But I'm going to leave it at the 1 minute. But notice when we zoom into the 15-second, that first presented fair value gap, it's really just this inefficiency. And then notice how we're hitting cost of encroachment of that. Yeah, I'm going to change that to this. So you notice how we took sell side, trade back up to buy side. Now we've taken buy side here. Let's see if we do want to trade up into here. That could be a possibility. Looking for relative equal highs that we've created. ES has created relative equal lows. So look at ES right now. Relative equal highs above, relative equal lows below. And we're back at equilibrium of a range. That's just low probability. We do want to mark out this 5-minute CB. That's important. Sell side imbalance here on the 5-minute. And then you also have this one, but you always want to allow it to trade into the premium. Mark out order block as well. And if we use the left side of the curve, we have this. That lines up with that CB and this inversion. So that's what I'm looking at. I want to look at my weekly profile chart. It's my 1-hour chart. We traded above buy side here. And just look at this 9 a.m. candle. You have a wick above and a wick below. That's just not optimal. This is my next higher time frame draw on liquidity. Is right here. This will be traded into this week. I can guarantee it. It's a very nice draw on liquidity right there. You have all these relative equal lows with the buy side imbalance here with a new week opening gap. There's no way this does not get traded into this week. And then possibly this inefficiency next. And then maybe this wick. And then maybe back into here. But what did yesterday create? Possibly a buy side imbalance here, so that's why I think sell side is just lower probability, is because it wants to leave these discount draws. And it wants to create this daily buy side imbalance here, so that's just what I think. Just consolidating here. We're back in that 930 for value gap though. Include this volume imbalance. This happens to me all the time. I have like this layout called clean. And like the thing is just have like no annotations on it, just be like a clean chart. And then after like a week, it's just messied with annotations. This is the one where I like to have every array. Whoa, hold up. I didn't even mark out midnight opening range yet. It's kind of scary. Oops. Yeah, I never even marked out midnight opening range. I didn't even think about it. Wow. Negative 3.5 hit. Oh. Look at -1. Oh. Yeah. Oh, just look at that first displacement right there. The high of that, we're expecting it here. Oh. Oh. Yep. I didn't realize that's what my trade was capitalizing off this morning. Was that midnight opening range. Oh. Woo. It's just beautiful, ain't it? Trade up in the first presented for value gap. Ooh. We had some manipulation here. Trading back lower, and then we have this like displacement here. Manipulating all this buy side liquidity here. Trading to first presented for value gap. This is something that whenever I see us respecting midnight opening range, and especially putting a lot of bodies at that, I don't want to short this at all. I mean, we can go below this, but this, like, we're clearly respecting it. Now we're trading higher. I don't want to. I would not look for a short. That's just my opinion. Now we're trading back up in the first presented fair value gap. Could also voice chat with the community while you're streaming on YouTube. How big is the delay? I'm gonna be honest, like, I could voice chat with people, but like, I don't really want to. I think it's just a waste of time. Like, we're here to trade. We're not here to have a little a party, you know? Like, this isn't supposed to be entertainment. Like, I'm not here to entertain. I could care less if you like my streams. And like, I used to have that mindset where I kind of cared if like people watch my streams, like how many viewers I have, or like stuff like that. But now it's just like, you're here to trade. It's simple as that. Notice this large fair value gap. If we extend -1, look at the respect to that. I do want to pull up the lecture that supports that. If you go into the Discord, this is just like a lecture to study, but midnight opening range here. He talks about extending fair value gaps higher and lower. And notice that? How we get that? You only want to do it on like larger fair value gaps. Like you don't want to do that on every fair value gap that you have. And so like you see how this is clearly a displacement in price? Like it's just clearly showing itself. I want to extend this out for the rest of the day and honestly the rest of the week. Because this will be crucial for price. We're back at the low of that. See, this is for me, this is the type of price action that I'm just gonna stay away from. I don't really care to be in this, or kind of. It's good to study, but just no need. Let's study this though. What do we have here? We have our sell side liquidity sweep. We're consolidating around that midnight opening range. The 1 minute, this is the 5-second chart. Go to the 1 minute, we can see that clearly we have bodies respecting that. What do we get? We get displacement. We have a 1 minute fair value gap here. Or trade up into just first presented fair value gap. Notice how first presented fair value gap had buy side delivery, then had sell side delivery. It's gonna want to repatch that up with buy side liquidity and put a body within this range, or at least a wick. That's what we see here. We're trading back up into that 1 minute civvy, and then here we have the breaker on the lower time frame that we're trading within. Not busy, but breaker perfectly respecting that after we're accumulating, then manipulating. Then we get our large displacement. What are we respecting? 0.5 here. And I'm not including this volume imbalance. And then what do we have? -1 projection of that. And now we're back down in the middle of this inefficiency. Let's project this lower as well. See -0.5. Oh wait. See -0.5. Let's see if we want opening range high. Whoa. Look at a 15-minute chart here. Wick above and wick below. A 15-minute candle just opened up. Looks like we want the lower portion of this. You just caught 2022 model? I know I'm late on chat. Nice. Makes sense. Hashtag respect. Thank you for your respect. It could be distracting. Yeah, and honestly, even chat. Like sometimes it's just, it can get toxic. Like what's the goal? What's the goal of trading? To make money slowly over time. And you really do that by not caring about other people's opinions or looking for other people's opinions. Notice how we're coming down to the low of this. And notice how we use this 5-second as inversion, just down to this low. If we trade above this, we'll use that as premium to trade up into here. But if we trade below this still, we're looking for probably here, this low. I just kind of want to study this here. I want to see which one it takes first and why it takes it first. So we have buy side and we have sell side here within this range. We came down to the low end of this fair value gap and looks like we're respecting this. Again, here's that discount accumulation. If I get stopped out of this, I really don't care. Okay, should use this as inversion. If you want to be real aggressive, you could move your stop to like right here. Or I would allow this. Or probably break even would be nice. But I'm just letting it do its thing. That's problematic for this trade. We're just in a consolidation here. Notice how it just traded the first presented for value gap. And also note this SIBI. Notice how we're using constant recursion here. Don't be fooled by this consolidation we're within. I also might end stream here soon. Yeah, ICT also shorted here. Like, ICT's been going crazy with his executions. He's been... Oh, he's even commentating over this. I have not been keeping up in the Discord with his executions. In May. Which I don't have to. I will for the Discord at some point, but like, dude, honestly, like there's a lot that you have to put into this. Like, and it's all just like while you're just sitting in your room or sitting inside on a screen, and that can take a toll on you. Okay, now let's see if we trade the sell side here. See how we're right back within the range. See how that would be problematic if you were in a short. I mean, this is a 5-second chart, so you kind of want to give it some leeway, but still, that's how you get really refined here. Like a 30-second would be a little bit better. But honestly, this 5-second chart's pretty nice right now. We hit the breaker once more. Kind of just creating these relative equal lows. This is proving to me that we're in a consolidation. This is proving to me that we're within the... We're just grinding traders out here. I do want to see if we want to trade a buy side first. Oops, I didn't mean to enter 3. Yeah, this also is problematic. I want to see expansion within the next 2 candles. This buy side should hold, but it's looking like we might want to trade back down. Yeah, I don't like that candle. I want to see expansion. Yeah, I don't like that wick on that candle. Looking above, coming back down. If we look at the 1 minute, if we're really working that yesterday's first presented PM session for value gap. Which I was thinking about right when I entered here on the 5 second, is I'm like, okay, we have that lower discount PM session for value gap that we're probably just trading into. Oh, it's teasing my sell limit there, teasing my partial. Should have gave me my partial. First partial, I'm putting my stop to break even. Always. Alright, I got stopped out at break even. Now it's gonna run. I spin my stop too fast. Like, this is just a 30-second retracement here. No big deal. It's just a drill. That would have been the partial. First partial would have been taken. And honestly, with did we hit this? No, we haven't. Is this good practice here within this consolidation? I really don't want us to trade below these lows. I think this is kind of just our accumulation. Come back down into this, using this to then trade up higher here. Yeah, that's adverse. Oops. All this is around this 5-second buy side imbalance. Notice how we're just consolidating. This is adverse market conditions. Notice it, recognize it, and just, if you're going to trade, accept it. And be sober-minded. It's teasing me. Yo, how does your ex say Twitter? Um, I downloaded like some extension. It's called like uh, it's one of these. I think it's Control Panel for Twitter. It's just a Chrome extension. Yo, bro, what do you use to get your news? I use Forex Factory. Forex Factory. Or you can use, yeah, Forex Factory is the best. It's also like Market Watch. Dude, this makes me so mad. It literally has my default browser as Yahoo. I've tried to change it like 10 times and it just won't stop using Yahoo no matter what I do. I think I might have a virus. But yeah, I use Forex Factory. Got chopped up today, down 400. Hey, it's cool, bro. On to the next day. A bad day is just one day. Yeah, use Forex Factory, Eddie. I should have stayed out market this morning. Dang, everyone. Adverse market today. Yeah. Honestly, like whenever I like have a bad day or whenever I'm just like not in sync with the market, it feels discouraging in the moment, but it's just the reality of trading. Like every day is not going to be, oh, you're perfect in sync with it, you know. You gotta allow yourself to be human to some certain extent. All right. Notice how it's using that first presented for value gap. Let's study if we want to take this high. This is just consolidation. I kind of feel like that's just some manipulation here. Just to attack people that shoved up their stop a little too short like me, and we're just covering that volume imbalance. So let's just watch. This is all on a demo account. I'm not gonna act like this is a live account. But was your fat white bottle? I upgraded. I got like a insulated one now. The 942 bearish for value gap. Inverse fair value gap. $9.42 on the 1 minute. Good morning. What's paper trading? Paper trading is just a demo account. The practice account. All right, notice how we're back within the range, leaving buy side liquidity and leaving sell side liquidity. Now we're attacking this. Very classic in a consolidation. Very, very classic. Yeah, I've had this okay, 5 second, notice that buy side imbalance. All right, we're waiting for 1050, kind of. I honestly really don't like anything else for the rest of the day. That's why I was on the 5 second chart, because I was just looking for minor short-term targets because that's what it's gonna do. Like we look at the 5-second chart, there's like 30 trades in here. Sell side all the way back up into Cibi, back down into Bissy, buy side imbalance back up in Cibi back down into this volume imbalance here. Then we trade back higher up into first presented fair value gap into this high here. Rejecting that, we have a sell side imbalance there. Let's see if we want to take this low. I might end stream soon just because. Just look at the 15-minute chart. Let's look at the 15-minute chart. I do want to look at this on the 5-second chart. We're trading up into that weekly Civi using first presented PM session fair value gap from yesterday. Trading up into here using this first presented fair value gap here. Trading into this inversion. This where I entered short. Smooth edge. Draw on liquidity. Trade back up into that same PM session first presented fair value gap. Then trade back down lower into a fair value gap. The reason why I extended this fair value gap is just because it's a large fair value gap. The algorithm's gonna know that. You could extend this one and this one, but those are all really like I'd rather just have this one because this one would be very close to the PM session or the lunch first presented, and this one is kind of already within that range. So I'm just gonna use this one, and I also have this fair value gap. ICT extended that over. That's why I did too. We created relative equal lows in Asia. Asia first presented for value gap after 7. Then you also have your first presented electronic trading hours for value gap right there. Trading up higher into that daily Cibi. Look at the bodies. Respecting that. Trading lower. Sell side liquidity. Then what do we notice here? Sell side liquidity gets barely tapped here. Then we're trading back up into buy side. Then we're trading lower. London opens at 2. Then London trades up. Buy side delivery. Sell side delivery. This creates a balanced price range. We're referring to this array here. Using that to then trade into our settlement price. If you use that overnight, it'll still be respected, as we see here. Trade back up. This is a daily Cibi. Look at that, beautifully. Sell side imbalance. Trading back lower. Here. ICT took a long here. Trade back up into London high. And then we have this is pre-market buy side. 7 to 9:30. Creates a raid on liquidity. Then we get inversion for value gap. Trading back down into our smooth edge. Why do we like this smooth edge so much? The smooth edge, we like it because there's a buy side imbalance right below it. That's going to be high probability draw on liquidity. And now just look at what price is doing. It's accompanying back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Let's look at the 15-minute chart as well. There's nothing here. This is a period of time when you just gotta let it do what it's going to do. Either paper trade, demo trade, step to the sidelines, or just be patient. And that's what we're seeing here. Dang, I need to have all these locked. We've kind of gone already over all this price action today. I do like going live. I think I'm gonna start doing it more often, but I always say that and then I don't go live. But I mean, even for an hour, then just do a review. I posted my daily review in Discord. We looked at that yesterday. Daily review. So we have sell side below, buy side above here. displacing higher here. Let's see if we want buy side. I'm going to end stream soon here. Hopefully we hit buy side and then I'll end stream. That would be a nice way to end it. Like this is displacement. Notice here how we also had displacement. We had a bunch of candlesticks back and forth, and we have displacement. We then enter a buy program up into here, short-term high, and this also is displacement. So now I don't like this. We're just pinging back and forth between the first presented fair value gap and then this old fair value gap. All right, I'm going to end stream. Hopefully y'all have a good one. I will be live tomorrow, and I'll post some. I'm working on some of these lecture notes, so these will be posted in the Discord later today. Definitely watch these 2 reviews. Then also ICT on Twitter. I'll be watching that, and I might have some notes on that too.